graduated from Rowan University in the spring of 2022 with a sports communication and media degree. I got to actually call minor league baseball and G League basketball games while I was in school. And then I graduated, and as soon as I graduated, I went to NFL Films in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. And as much as I loved that experience, I miss putting on the headsets. I decided, you know what, talk is cheap. I have a laptop that's in my house, and so 21 months later, here we are, still on YouTube, calling games and building an incredible, loving community on here with the people that I call my Philly freaks with a capital P and a capital H. We go live for every single Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles game, and we do it like old school radio play-by-play style. I'm Jason Joseph, and this is Play-by-Play with JJ.
I showed a swung on barrel. Get out to right field. Bye-bye baseball.
That baby is long gone.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome on into another edition of Phillies baseball here on Play-by-Play with JJ. My name is Jason Joseph. Hopefully you're all doing well and having yourselves a fantastic day. This is game number 119 on the season for the Philadelphia Phillies, and they are looking to try to get another series win, and this time it'll be against the Cincinnati Reds. They did win last night's game. They ended up having a great two-out rally in the 8th inning. They were at one point getting no-no'd by the Cincinnati Reds, and they were able to come back and really take Andrew Abbott out of the game. Abbott was pitching really well. He went 7 2/3 and struck out 6 batters, and all of a sudden, in that 8th inning, Edmundo Sosa started that rally, and the Phillies were able to take off from there, and Wes Wilson had that big RBI double down that third base line, and then Trey Turner got them the lead on the RBI single, and then Tony Santillan came on in, and Kyle Schwarber hit a 2-run homer off of him, and that was the ball game right there. So one good rally was the difference in last night's game, and they're hoping to do the same thing, hopefully try to get runs earlier, but that'll be against Brady Singer tonight for the Cincinnati Reds. Singer this year with a 4.53 ERA, 119 1/3 of an inning under his belt this year. He has struck out 113 batters. Last time he pitched, he did not look good at all whatsoever. That was against the Pittsburgh Pirates. He allowed 4 earned runs on 6 hits, only struck out 2 batters, and went 3 2/3 of an inning. Before that, he had 2 good outings. One was against the Braves. The other one was against the Tampa Bay Rays. But the Phillies are going to have to what the Phillies are going to have to do tonight is they're going to have to play small ball, and they're going to have to work up the pitch count against them. So we'll see how things do go. Ranger Suarez will be on the hill for the Philadelphia Phillies, and we'll talk a little bit more about him in just a little bit. He's going to definitely need a good outing as well. What are your final score predictions? Let us know down below. Hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell icons too, and that way you will know when we do go live. Let's get on into the starting lineups for tonight's Phillies game. As we're ready to play some baseball, it'll be Trey Turner, Kyle Schwarber, Bryce Harper, Nick Castellanos, Brandon Marsh, Edmundo Sosa, Max Kepler, Bryson Stott, and Rafael Marchand. So it's a lefty-pat lineup today. It's Trey Turner, Kyle Schwarber, Bryce Harper, Nick Castellanos, Brandon Marsh, Edmundo Sosa, Max Kepler, Bryson Stott, and Rafael Marchand. No JT tonight, no Harrison Bader, no Wes Wilson, and yeah, that is the lineup. Also, no Otto Kemp either in the Phillies lineup tonight. And as we mentioned before, they will be facing Brady Singer on the mound for the Cincinnati Reds. A little bit more about him. He's 9-9 on the season. His ERA is at a 4.53. In his 119 innings, he has allowed 48 walks as well. This is a guy who's now 29 years old. Started off his career with the Kansas City Royals. Played with them from 2020 to 2024. And has come over to the Cincinnati Reds and has definitely shown some good outings for sure. He has shown some bright spots, but he's also has had command issues for certain over the last couple of outings, as we mentioned before. You'll see a lot of sinkers, a lot of sliders, and some curveballs in there as well from Brady Singer, too. But we are ready to get underway. It's time for Phillies baseball. Let's get going. Trey Turner will lead things off for the Philadelphia Phillies. While we are on lineups, let's talk about the Reds' defensive lineup. Jose Trevino is catching for them behind the plate. On the mound, as we mentioned before, it's Brady Singer. Over at first base, it'll be Spencer Steer. The second baseman is Matt McLean. You got Santiago Espinal over at third. The shortstop is Elly De La Cruz. And then the outfield from left to right, you got Austin Hayes in left, TJ Friedl in center, and in right field, it'll be Noelvi Marte. So Trey Turner is coming up to the plate, and we are at Great American Ballpark here in Cincinnati, Ohio. Singer gets set and deals. The first pitch looked a little bit inside, but it's called strike one. So let us know again who your standout players are for tonight's game. We need 11 more subscribers to help us get to 6,800. We would appreciate it if you guys could help us out with that. And hit that thumbs up button, too. The 0-1. That's down for a ball. Michael says 4-2 Phillies. Nice. 1-1 pitch. There's a foul ball. Michael, you're the man. I was just joking with you in the chat. I was. 147 starts. It's literally like, it's funny. I love the conversation. 1-2. This one's popped up. It's a foul ball, and it goes out of play. I did actually convert somebody from saying sauce to gravy. So, it's kind of like that. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2 to Trey Turner. There's a swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes on 4 pitches. Crew chief for tonight, you got Willie Traynor behind the plate. Over at first base, it'll be Carlos Torres. The second base umpire is Charlie Ramos, and Alfonso Marquez is over at third. Here's Kyle Schwarber, who had that 2-run homer in the 8th inning of last night's game, and he takes the first pitch that he sees right at the knees for strike one. The Phillies are 69-49. They are 6 games above the New York Mets in the NL East and 12 in front of the Miami Marlins. Next pitch, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. The windup and the 1-1, swing and a miss. Good slider thrown that was going into the dirt. A lot of off-speed stuff from Brady Singer. Schwarber is tied for second in all of baseball in homers. He's tied with Shohei Ohtani. They both have 42. Cal Raleigh leading the way with 45. And the 1-2 on the way, and that's taken at the knees for a called third strike. And Kyle Schwarber goes down looking. Back-to-back strikeouts for Brady Singer to start off the ball game. And Bryce Harper is coming up to the plate now. Harper's average is at 260. In last night's ball game, he ended up going 1 for 4. Did have a double that was back in the 7th, and he also struck out. Excuse me. Sorry about that. John says, I'm going to go 5-3 Phillies. 10-2 Phillies, says Katie. 4-2 Phillies, says Michael. Rome says, I'm going with the Reds money line. First pitch was taken for a ball. And the 1-0 on the way. Ground ball hits sharply over to first base. And Steer has it, takes it to the bag for out number 3. And the inning is over. 1-2-3 go the Philadelphia Phillies. Ranger Suarez is going out there to pitch the bottom of the first inning. Who are your standout players today? Let us know down below. Max Coverage TV I want to say congratulations to Max and Sydney on getting engaged. That is so awesome. That deserves a round of applause. That does. That was bad on my part because I didn't have the fader up. So we're going to do that again. Yes. Congratulations, Max. You're the man. You know, you definitely pushed me, man. And I'm so happy for you. So happy for Sid. So happy for Simba as well. That's so awesome. Congratulations. Congratulations to my friend Max. All right, we're going to the bottom of the first inning. The Cincinnati Reds. And by the way, too, make sure that you guys go follow Max Coverage TV. If one of my mods could post his link down below, that would mean a lot to me. He does a lot of Yankees content. He also does a lot of baseball stuff, too, and covers the Green Bay Packers as well. TJ Friedl will lead it off for the Cincinnati Reds, batting in the leadoff spot. And then it'll be Spencer Steer batting second, Elly De La Cruz third, Miguel Andujar fourth, Austin Hayes fifth, Noelvi Marte batting sixth, Matt McLean hitting seventh, Jose Trevino, the catcher, batting eighth, and last but certainly not least, Santiago Espinal, the third baseman, batting in the ninth spot. So just to recap, it's Friedl, Steer, De La Cruz, Andujar, Hayes, Marte, McLean, Trevino, and Espinal. And Friedl will lead off the bottom of the first. As Ranger Suarez goes out there on the mound, and the first pitch is flied out over towards left center field. Turner gets called off by the left fielder, Max Kepler, for out number one. Kepler, Marsh, and Turner were all going towards the same spot. And Kepler was like, I got it. And he caught it. Ranger this year, 8-5 with 107 innings under his belt, 98 strikeouts, and a 2.94 ERA as well, in 107 innings of work. He's also allowed 28 walks on the season. One away, bottom of the first. Friedl flies out to center, left center that is, and Spencer Steer comes up and he looks at a strike at 90. But yes, thank you, my boy. I appreciate you. I'm so happy for you, man. That's huge. That is absolutely huge. No balls, one strike, and the 0-1 is up high for a ball. 6-4 Phillies, says David. I love that. Sydney says thank you. Oh, Sid. Oh, thanks for stopping by. Aww. 1 ball, 1 strike in the pitch. This one's popped up right behind second base. Stott is there, and the catch is made for out number 2. On the defensive side of the diamond for Philadelphia, you got Trey Turner at short, Edmundo Sosa's at third, Bryson Stott's at second, and the first baseman is Bryce Harper. Catching behind the plate is Rafael Marchand. On the mound is Ranger Suarez. And then the outfield for the Philadelphia Phillies, you got Max Kepler in left field. The center fielder is Brandon Marsh. And the right fielder, of course, is Nick Castellanos. Here's Elly De La Cruz, and on the very first pitch, he rolls this one over to short. Turner picks it up, throws over to first, and the inning is over within the blink of an eye. All right, so 6 pitches thrown by Ranger Suarez, and that's all it takes to get out of the first inning. And we go to the second, no score, out in Cincinnati. There we go. When you said Simba, he popped his head up. Oh, let's go. Let's go. I don't want to spam the sound effects. I don't want to spam them, but that's so sweet. Simba is such a cute cat, really. He's so cute. What's up, JJ? What's up, Georgia fan? How are you? Can't forget about Simba. No, you can't. You can't forget about Simba. Pets are family, you know? How is everybody doing in chat tonight? I'm very, very happy to see you guys. After the game is done, I do want to remind you guys that we are going to be doing a Phillies post-game show, of course. We are taking phone calls again. The birthday weekend is over, and so we're ready to get back into business, and it's going to be a grind. It is definitely going to be a grind. After that, then we got MLB Diamond Zone to finish out the rest of the night. We have a live redirect, and so that'll be really cool. I'm really going to try to push out the content. You know, our goal by the end of the year is to try to get to 10K subs, which means I got to work really, really hard on my part. So we're going to be putting in that work, and we're going to get there, you know. So we'll be doing some more Diamond Zone whenever we can, and I want to give you guys the best content that I can give you. Obviously going to be posting more shorts as well. If you guys did not check out our latest short, thought that was a really, really good one. Here's the first pitch to Nick Castellanos, and the pitch is fouled off by Nick. The former Red with 15 homers and 60 runs batted in. 1 ball, 1 strike to Nick Castellanos. Singer kicks and deals, and the pitch is taken down for ball 2. That was a slider. Excuse me. Y'all probably won't see me for a while. I'm joining the AI age detection boycott. Is that because of the Atlanta Braves? Is that because of those Braves? We need y'all tonight. 2-1 pitch. This one is popped up over towards the right side of the infield, and the catch is going to be made by Matt McLean. It was hit a mile high. And so there is out number 1. Okay. Oh, Casty was batting 4th. What am I doing? What the heck am I doing? Makes no sense. Here comes Brandon Marsh. And Marsh takes a cutter on the upper third of the zone all the way for strike 1. Ben says De La Cruz sucks. No balls, 1 strike, and the 0-1 pitch. Line drive hit out to left field, hit sharply just right at left fielder Austin Hayes for out number 2. It's just about ready to say that Brandon Marsh has been one of the best hitters on this Phillies team during this 2 to 3 week stretch. Him and JT just have not gotten the credit that they've deserved. 2 away, top of the second. And Edmundo Sosa's coming up. He's also been a big spark plug for the Phillies. Started that in the 8th inning of last night's game. And he fouls off the first pitch. Down in the count 0-1. The windup and the pitch. And a high bouncer hit over to second base. McLean waits for it and now fires a strike over to first. And the inning is over. And we're going to the bottom of the 2nd inning. No score between the Phillies and the Reds. Andujar will lead things off. Okay. Oh, boy. What's up, John? How are you? Cats are very delicious and tender in India. It is a delicacy. What's going on, Mike? How are you? Smash TV Media, how are you? What's going on? Thanks for stopping on by, my friend. I appreciate that very, very much. If you guys are new to the channel, hit the thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button as well. My channel is a little bit different compared to other people that are on here. I do the Phillies, I do the Sixers, and I do the Eagles. I do them all during their regular seasons. This year I did the Phillies during spring training. But, we do cover the Philadelphia teams. But what we also do is we do Sunday Night Baseball, and we also do extra MLB coverage. We do an NFL Red Zone, a baseball Red Zone edition called MLB Diamond Zone. So it's like NFL Red Zone, except it's basically for Major League Baseball. We have another episode tonight. That'll be at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time, and I hope to see you all there. We have some great games tonight. We really do. We got the Giants taking on the Padres. The Angels, they're going to be taking on the Dodgers. Some really nice early windows, too. Probably at that time will be the Rockies and Cardinals game will be almost over. The Diamondbacks take on the Texas Rangers in a 2023 World Series rematch. How about Alex Bregman going back to Houston and taking on the Houston Astros? I mean, there's some good matchups. The Rays against the A's. Yeah. It's baseball season, man. Miguel Andujar will be coming on up to bat in the bottom of the second. Former Athletic, hitting .304 with 7 homers and 30 RBI. Also at one point a Yankee. 0-1. There's a foul ball. So Ranger, it took him 5 pitches just to get out of the first inning. That's it. No balls, 2 strikes to Miguel Andujar. The windup and the pitch from Ranger, and a strike 3 called on the upper tier of the zone. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night to Miguel Andujar. And there is one away. Nothing too fancy about that pitch from Ranger, just your regular sinker. Just located at the top tier of the zone. Here's Austin Hayes, and Hayes takes a curveball. That is in there for a called strike. What's up, chat? Hayes hitting .255. He has 10 homers and 44 RBI, and he swings and misses at the changeup that was located at the knees. Suarez definitely dominating the strike zone. I believe he has 8 strikes. 0-2 pitch. And this one's grounded over to shortstop. Played on the hop by Turner, who gets to it, fires across the diamond, and gets the second out of the second. How goes it, Dr. JJ? It's good, man. Life is good. Get to be back on here, and it's a blessing. And I get to see you guys. I love that. Here's Noelvi Marte, 50 games under his belt this year. 8 homers and 33 RBI. The pitch. And this one's flied out over towards right field. Castellanos, no problem for him. He'll be there to make the grab. And the inning is over. The side is retired. And we're going to the 3rd inning. Sorry that the scoreboard's a little bit delayed. There's nothing I can do about that. It's an automated scoreboard from lovely people that I like to shout out whenever I can, and that's sportscoresbot.com. They're a very, very cool software group of people that have a website, and they provide tickers and scoreboards that all update in real time. And so if you're really into streaming, they are clutch. Literally clutch. Phillies need to keep winning to keep that second seed. We need to hold off the Dodgers, says Quan. Yeah, I'm happy that you brought that up. We talked about it a couple of days ago. We talked about the importance of the bye, whether or not you guys thought that it was important or not. But I just feel like that there's still a lot of games of baseball to go. We're not even halfway done with August, and then we have September. But with that being said, the goal is to try to get healthy before the playoffs to start. But you do want to try to continue to get wins here because it's just such a team confidence booster. You know, I know that baseball is not. It's not a sprint. I forget what's the saying. It's not a sprint. It's a marathon. Is that correct? Is that the correct cliche or analogy? Let me know down below. But yeah, you got to gain ground against those Dodgers, and those Brewers are playing really good baseball. I don't know about those Milwaukee Brewers. They're an interesting bunch for sure. We're in the top of the third inning. The count is 1-0 to Max Kepler as they just got back to the coverage. And the 1-0 pitch is fouled away towards the third base side and out of play. I can't watch the games at work, so I listen to this in my headphones. I appreciate the good play-by-play, JJ. Thank you very, very much. Here's the 1-1 pitch, and that is taken on the inside corner for strike 2. Do me one favor, spread the word. Spread the word to your colleagues. If you guys know of any other fans of the Phillies, spread the word. Even on Reddit or just on social media, anywhere that we can continue to advertise and post. The pitch. This one's fouled off. Kepler has faced Brady Singer a bunch of times because Kepler played for the Twins and they were in the same division when Singer was on the Royals. Here's the 1-2 on the way. And make it now 6 for 24. Max Kepler is against Brady Singer as he strikes out on a pitch that was in the dirt. So Kepler's down on strikes. That's the third strikeout of the evening for Brady Singer. Here's Bryson Stott, who's hitting .242. And he takes a sinker at the knees for strike 1. Gotta tell you, Singer is dominating that zone so far. Stott, though, hitting .500 during this road trip so far. That's a good sign. 0-1, off-speed pitch that swung on and missed. And it's an 0-2 count. .02 on the way, and a called strike 3 on the inside corner. A four-seamer that was placed perfectly on the edge. And make it now 4 strikeouts for Brady Singer. Actually thought that it was going to go down the middle, but it just tailed towards the glove of where Trevino wanted it. He threw that pitch really well. Rafael Marchand comes up. He's batting on the left side, and he fouls off a sinker that was at 93 miles per hour. 6 more subs so we get to 6,800. Keep those likes coming as well. We're trying to get to 300 likes. 0-1 pitch, and that's low for a ball. Reds are in their white and red uniforms with the Reds patch on the left side of the chest. 1-1 pitch on the way. That's down and in for ball 2. Phillies are in their regular away uniforms, gray tops, gray bottoms. They have the IBX patch on the right side of the arm. 2-1. This one's chopped foul. Red Phillies letters with blue stars above both eyes on the front side of the jersey towards the chest. Near the third button. Then red letters and numbers on the back. 2-2 on the way. Fly ball sent out over towards straightaway center field. And the catch is made by TJ Fradel. No problem for him. And we're going to the bottom of the third inning. Still scoreless and still hitless for the both of these teams. Bottom of the third coming on up. Okay. Fly out to center. Who did that? That was Marchand. Alrighty. Hello. JJ, we need the Ranger emote, please. All right. That's fine. I can do that. While I'm doing that, let me take a step off. All right, I will be right back in less than 60 seconds. I don't want to bore you guys. Be right back. Here we go. All right, back in Cincinnati, Ohio. It should work now. The game is scoreless between the Phillies and the Reds. We're in the bottom of the third inning. There's one Phillies fan that's holding 2 beers. I don't know if those are Miller Lights or what. Nope, it's Bud. Bud Light. I was like, that's definitely not a Miller Light. Now that I looked at it, because it's blue. So, Ranger is going back out there on the hill as we go to the bottom of the third. He had a cool Phillies shirt on. Tigers and White Sox, they're currently in a rain delay. Just wanted to look at the scores around baseball right now. Guardians lead it 2-0 in the top of the second inning. They're hosting the Marlins. First pitch in the bottom of the third is up high for a ball to Matt McLean. The Mariners are up 1-0 against the Baltimore Orioles out at Camden Yards. Cubs and Blue Jays are underway. And those are all the games that are in play right now. 1-0 is fouled off towards the third base side. The guy that's in the box is Matt McLean. On the season so far, McLean hitting .224. The 1-1 pitch. Here it comes. It's a foul ball. 11 home runs, 39 RBI, and a 642 OPS as well. One and two is the count. Ranger kicks, fires, and the pitch is taken just inside, according to the home plate umpire. And it's a 2-2 count. I guess that Willie Traynor was not sold on the call. 2-2 on the way. Down and out for ball 3. Terry Francona, who's the manager of the Cincinnati Reds in his 24th season as a baseball manager. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and the 3-2 on the way. Swing and a miss, and Ranger decides to go with a curveball, and he gets his second strikeout that way. That thing just absolutely dipped. It went over towards the knees. McLean was fooled, and he swung at it pretty early. There's a strikeout for Ranger. That's his second one of the evening. Jose Trevino is up, and he takes a ball. Terry is 66 years old. Was a player from 1981 to 1990. 1-0 pitch. This one is lined out over to left field for a base hit, right in front of Max Kepler. And Trevino gets on with a 1-out single. I forgot, though, that Terry managed the Phillies from 97 to 2000. I totally forgot about that. Now, granted, I was -1 to 2 years old at the time of his tenure. But still. 1 away, bottom of the third. And the pitch is taken inside for ball 1. Then after that, though, he then went to manage the Boston Red Sox from 04 to 11. Here's the pitch. That's down for ball 2. That was with the Indians/Guardians from 2013 to 2023. Now has been with the Cincinnati Reds. 2 balls, no strikes to Santiago Espinal. We're in the bottom of the third with 1 away. Suarez has 22 pitches. He looks back over at first. Now back to the plate. And the 2-1 delivery. Ground ball towards the right side and through for a base hit. Castellanos will throw it back over to second base. The throw was not in time. And that's going to put 2 runners on with 1 out in the bottom of the third. Espinal got a pitch that was right over towards the center of the plate and just drove it the opposite way. Made good contact with the ball. Wasn't looking to drive it. Espinal gets on. And the top of the order is coming back up. TJ Friedl 0 for 1. He'll show bunt. He takes it back, but it's in there for a strike. Oh, boy. Is that better? You think Duran is better than Diaz? What's up, Emma? 0-1. Ground ball, hit over towards the right side. Stott has it, flips it back to second for 1. The throw over to first. He got him. He's out. And Trey Turner throws it over to first base. And Harper just was able to catch it in time to get the next out. All righty. And Terry says, hold it for a second, and they're going to challenge the Cincinnati Reds to see if he was out at first base. Do I think that Duran is better than Diaz? Yeah, at this point, absolutely. 1,000%. To be honest with you, I think that he was safe over at first. Oh, easily. Fredo beat it out. Got his right foot on there before Harper even caught it. So that should just be runners at the corners with 2 outs. That's what the verdict should be. So he is safe over at first. And it is a 4-6 fielder's choice. That's the result of the play. First base umpire, Carlos Torres, made the wrong call. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. Hit that subscribe button as well. Mods, how we doing on that? Let us know down below. We need 5 more subs for us to get to 6,800. We're on the road to 10K, folks. Steer 0 for 1. He popped out his first time up, and he takes a curveball at the knees for strike 1. If you want the best play-by-play, tune in to JJ. Michael, thank you so much, man. You guys are so nice. 0-1. Swing and a miss. Got a 91-mile-per-hour fastball. Duran or Diaz, I'm a Phillies fan. Let's go. No balls, 2 strikes. 2 away, bottom of the third. And the 0-2 pitch coming on up. Here it is, and Ranger does not get the call. He was ready to walk back towards the Phillies dugout. And that's the second time tonight that that's happened to Ranger. That pitch was a little bit higher, though, than the one that he threw that he didn't get the call on. Just a little bit. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Ground ball foul towards the third base side. Sosa played it on a hop, but it was ruled a foul ball. Emma says the Reds suck. Emma, I'm so happy to see you on here. Welcome aboard, everybody. Isaac is also here. What's going on, Isaac? How are you? Whatever the Phillies do to get ready for games needs to change. Tell that to the Yankees and tell that to the Mets. Because that's all I've been hearing on WFAN. 1-2 pitch. That's a foul ball. And they're actually jealous of us. Not saying that we're perfect. But it's just funny to hear the dynamic on the fan. 1-2 on the way. Fly ball hit out over towards left field. And not going to get there is Max Kepler as it gets on by him. And one run's easily going to score. Here comes the second runner as the throw is cut off over to short. And so it's a 2-run double that's hit by Spencer Steer to put the Cincinnati Reds up 2-0 against Ranger Suarez. Ranger decided to go with another fastball. And that was right down the middle, and Steer was just waiting for it. Got his hands in, got the barrel squared up on the bat, put the ball in a good spot, and Kepler couldn't make the play there. Here comes Elly De La Cruz, and the pitch is fouled off. He wouldn't have been able to catch that, but still overran the route. It probably would have just been like an RBI double. 2 away, bottom of the third. Elly De La Cruz is up at the plate, and the 0-1 is floated over towards the right center field side. Starts on the outfield grass, though, and he'll make the catch, the turf, that is, for out number 3. But a 2-run double by Spencer Steer is what causes the Reds to go up by 2. We're heading to the 4th. Phillies looking to try to get back in this game. Oh, boy. Phillies start so slow. Did they all take a nap right before the first pitch? Don't know. But all I care about are the W's. That's what matters at the end of the day. If they get the job done, that's what matters. I'm not a fan of the slow starts either. But it's better than a hot start and a bad finish. At the end of the day, you got to get the wins. You just do. I hate Brady Singer, who I wonder if he's related to Steven Singer, who I hate also, says Paula. Hate is a strong word. Crazy that Class A is probably getting lifetime ban. Is that true? I didn't get to really look at Twitter. I'm in I hope I said this correctly. Please don't make fun of me. Ala Moana, South Shore, Oahu. Did I say that correctly? I hope the Phillies use Duran today. Well, they need a lead for that. But yes, for sure. Shaq with the $2 super chat.
No, Kepler couldn't catch it, but most would.
Thank you so much for the $2 super chat, my friend. We're going to the 4th inning. Here comes Trey Turner to the plate. And Turner takes down for a ball. That was a sweeper. One ball, no strikes. And the pitch from Singer is a cutter that's in there for strike 1. How we doing on the likes, mods? How are we doing? I got sausage pizza. Nice. Lou, are you a pizza freak? I feel like you must have to get pizza like once or twice a week, my friend. It's not a bad thing. It's cool. 2 balls, 1 strike to Trey Turner. And the pitch is flied out over towards the right field side. And running out of room in right field is Noelvi Marte. Tried to leap up and fly on into the wall, but he had no room to get it. And it's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Look at chat. Bleeping Kepler. Not again. Ranger always has a bad second half. And then we start winning, and then it's like all this stuff subsides. 2-2 pitch. Ground ball hit over to shortstop. Deli De La Cruz has it. Fires over to first. It's in time for the first out. What's up, Spidey? How are you, my friend? Good chance he's banned for life. Really? That's crazy. 122 on the likes. Thanks, Larry. I appreciate that. Kyle Schwarber is coming up, and the pitch is outside for ball 1. Do you guys like the nickname of King Kyle? I don't hear anybody calling him that, but I think it's cool. Like, the Schwarberian is nice, but I feel like he's having an MVP season. So if he's in the conversation, he should have a different title. Schwarber, 5 homers and 10 RBI over his last 8 games. The 2-1 to Schwarber, and he flies this one out over towards right center field. It's not deep enough. And Fredo's there in front of the track. Makes the grab. 2 gone. Plus, they cleared his locker room. It's not looking for him. Not looking good for him. 2 outs in the top of the 4th. And the pitch, there's a swing and a miss. Sounds good, JJ. Boat Harbor Channel is a great wave featured on the opening of the original Hawaii 5-0. 0-1. There's a swing and a miss. And the count is 0-2. Brady Singer attacking the zone. Phillies hitters off balance 2. And the 0-2, it's a foul ball. Rockies and Cardinals are in a rain delay. Must be a storm out in the Midwest. No balls, 2 strikes. And the 0-2 pitch is fouled off. Come on, we gotta get on. Gotta get on base. No balls, 2 strikes, and the 0-2 to Harper, swinging a miss on a slider that was low, and the Phillies offense not making any noise whatsoever. We're going to the bottom of the 4th, out in Cincinnati. Reds 2, Phillies nothing. Okay. How we doing? We have 343 people watching. Make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel too. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play by Play with JJ. What you're going to get on this channel are the following. Sixers coverage, Eagles coverage, and Phillies coverage on here as well. We also do Sunday Night Baseball, and we do MLB Diamond Zone, which is a baseball edition of NFL Red Zone. Our own cast, if you will. We have another one tonight at 10:30. We'll be doing some of the later games. That'll be really cool. We have a Phillies post-game show tonight. We're trying to really push and provide more and more content for each and every one of you. And, if you're a baseball freak like me, I'm telling you, you really are going to want to subscribe to the channel. I love not just the Phillies. I love baseball. I'm a baseball guy. I really am. I don't just follow the Phillies. I follow the league, period. So if you guys follow the league too, or if you guys have another team that you like to root for, this could be a very good channel for you. And I encourage you guys to subscribe to the channel. With that being said, that was a terrible segue. Will the Reds catch the Mets in the NL wildcard spot? I would love to hear what Cincinnati fans have to say about that. Also Phillies fans too, but really from the Cincinnati faithful. Will the Reds catch the Mets? Let me know down below. We're in the bottom of the fourth, and the first pitch taken by Miguel Andujar is down for ball one. Miguel was 0 for 1. And here's the 1-0, and that's low for ball two. What's up, Will? Kay, what's up, Kay? 2 balls, no strikes. Here's the 2-0 pitch on the way. Fly ball, and it is hooking fair. It's a home run. Did not even know if that would have the distance to go out. It just did. Thing looked like it was going to hook foul, and it just had the distance, and it stayed within the yellow foul pole, and it's a 3-0 game for the Cincinnati Reds. That was weird. That was a laser that was hit out over towards left field. And Andujar makes it now a 3-0 ball game, just like that. Thing went into the second row. 3-0 Cincinnati, and Austin Hayes comes up and takes ball one inside. If you see somebody spoiling the game, we had a couple people doing that last night. I need you guys to warn them. I need you to time them out. Do what you can. 1-0 on the way. Fly ball. This one's hit out over towards deep left center field. Marsh just has enough room, and he'll make the catch in front of the bounty sign. And there is the first out. That was close. So Austin Hayes flies out. And Marsh just got there. Noelvi Marte comes up, and he lines a base hit out to left field past the dive of Turner. And Kepler fields it. And a 1-out single from Noelvi Marte. Just looks like the Ranger is leaving more pitches out over the middle of the plate. He does not look happy with himself. He's like, come on. During the second time around in the lineup, batters are hitting .271 against Ranger and .193 the first time. The pitch is outside for a ball. Now, I couldn't really see what the stats were the third time on the NBC Sports graphic, but it was lower. 1-0 on the way, and that's inside for a ball. The throw over to second base by Marchand. Got him. He is out at second base. Woo! Rafael Marchand, his pop time is just absolutely incredible. And the pitch, was not inside. It was low. But still, he made an excellent throw over to second base. Stott swiped Marte just on the back. And there is out number 2. Two balls, no strikes. Base is empty, 2 outs, and the pitch is fouled back. Michael says no. Emma says no. Chris says yes for catching the Rays. 2-1 pitch. And that was a strike, but it's called a ball. Marchand didn't do a good job framing it, but that was clearly a strike. That's it. Game's over. It's all done. 3 balls, 1 strike, and the 3-1 fouled away. That's it. That's the game. We're only in the bottom of the 4th. Fans are not so happy. Three balls, 2 strikes, 2 away, bottom of the 4th. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. Ranger gets set at the letters again, kicks and deals, and the pitch is fouled off. Phillies have made late game comebacks literally all this week. Wrong team to doubt this early. Everybody is invested. 3-2, fouled away. You have to understand that there's people that are sarcastic. It's just funny, though, when they prove people wrong. 3-2 on the way, swing and a miss. And Rangers somehow gets out of the inning by only allowing 1 run. But it was a solo homer from Miguel Andujar. We're heading to the 5th already, 3-0 Cincinnati. Okay. Anybody else want to join in on the conversation? Cincinnati fans, do you guys think that the Reds will catch the Mets for that 3rd wild card spot? Let's go. Michael says me. There are fans who will blame the pitch calling from Marchand rather than Rangers' ineffectiveness. Well, I mean, if you're going to blame Rafael Marchand, then that was just one pitch. That's just one pitch. Kay says, no, they won't. Sports Prod says, I hope we catch the Mets. Why do you have doubts? I mean, Hunter Green is coming back. I think Wade Miley's coming back, right? So you're missing some starting pitching, and you're going to get deeper when those guys come back. Why do you doubt them? I'm just curious. I'm not saying that I don't doubt them. Is it more so about the Mets, or is it more so about the Reds? We don't have Lux out there to sell tonight, but our bullpen sucks, says Sports Prods. Gotcha. Yeah. The bullpen. It's true. Mets have a better roster, but they're not playing like it. I mean, when I look even at the Reds' schedule, after we play you, then it's Milwaukee. That's not going to be easy. And then it's the Angels, the Diamondbacks, and the Dodgers, and the Cardinals. That's not an easy schedule. So the schedule definitely is not looking good. 1-0 pitch. There's a swing and a miss. It's because our offense is too inconsistent, says Sports Prods. Gotcha. 1 ball, 1 strike to Nick Castellanos, and the pitch is fouled away. Do you think any team will catch the Mets for that 3rd wild card spot? Is there a chance that the Mets could miss the playoffs? Could the Cardinals do it? 1 ball, 2 strikes to Nick Castellanos. And the pitch is outside for ball 2. Then the Mets are about to catch stride to finish the season. Cases, I think it's more so about the Mets. 2-2 pitch to Casty. Ground ball off the glove of Elly De La Cruz out to left field, and Castellanos gets on. Elly De La Cruz not able to make the play, and Casty is aboard at first base. So there goes the perfect game. And Gasty is aboard. Thing is, it just bounced off of Elly's glove. Bounced off the edge or the tip of his glove. And they call that a single, not an error. So there also goes the no-hitter. Brandon Marsh is up, and he takes a slider in there for strike one. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button and subscribe. We need 2 more subs for us to get to 6,800. Let's go, folks. Come on. The ball is 1 strike, and the 0-1 pitch is fouled off. Hit that thumbs up button, folks. Let's keep going. Quan says I would not sleep on those Marlins. The 0-2 pitch. That's low for a ball. All right, let's go. Let's go, baby. Come on. Charge! 1 ball, 2 strikes to Brandon Marsh. Singer kicks and deals. The pitch is inside for ball 2. I was a little bit nervous that that was going to be called a strike by Willie Traynor. Singer gets the signs, the 2-2 to Marsh. There's a swing and a miss. And there is the first out of the inning. Let me take care of this really quickly. Somebody just left a voicemail and said that was trash. I don't know what was trash. Got to be specific. If you guys want to text on into the hotline, though, you're most certainly welcome to do so. 610-314-0844. The ball's 1 strike to Edmundo Sosa. Here's the 0-1. That's a slider that swung on and missed. Kepler waits in the on-deck circle. No balls, 2 strikes. There's the 0-2. Ground ball it over to third base. The throw to second, there's 1. The throw over to first, there's 2. And the inning is over. Around the horn we go on the double play. And we are going to the bottom of the 5th inning. It's a 3-0 ball game out in Cincinnati. Thank you so much for the 6,800. Thank you very, very much. On the road to 10K. Just got to keep going. Got to keep going. Yes, sir. We got 344 people in the building. Make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel. We are halfway to the 300 like marker. Would love it if we got there too. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play by Play with JJ. We go on for all the Phillies, all the Sixers, all the Eagles games, and we also do a lot of baseball coverage. We do Sunday Night Baseball. We do MLB Diamond Zone. If you love baseball, this is the channel for you. If you love watching baseball and just kicking back and relaxing and listening to old school radio play-by-play style, I'm your guy. I really am. I'm your guy. Cable, there's a lot of games, man. There's more games on streaming services, and it all adds up. It all adds up for the expenses, and we know that there are people that are out there that can't find a way to tune on into some games, even when there's games on Apple TV. So, I got you. I do. I got you. I like to think that I am pretty reliable with covering the games and put my heart and my soul into this. And none of this is possible without you guys. But, I just love the grind. I love working. I'm addicted. I am. The Cincinnati Reds are 13 games in back of the Milwaukee Brewers for the NL Central. They're also 6.5 behind the Chicago Cubs. Reds currently are 62-58. The Cardinals also are 61-59. Here's Jose Trevino at the dish, and he takes ball 1. Ranger Suarez gets set at the letters, winds up and deals. There's a swing and a miss. And the count is 1-1. Thank you very, very much. I thought that was a great montage. I thought, I don't have to go fishing for highlights. They're all there. And let's just put together a little reel. And it worked. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Fly ball hit over towards shallow left field. Sosa and Turner are there. Turner calls him off and makes the grab for out number 1. Thank you so much, Paul. Paul's been tuning on into Diamond Zone. He is a blast. One away, bottom of the 5th. 50 pitches for Rangers so far. 3 earned runs. The pitch. That's down for a ball. Both New York teams are also dumpster fire. Baseball has been crazy this year, says Quan. 1-0 pitch. Here it comes. It's off the plate for ball 2. So apparently, as we talk about the New York teams, here's the 2-0 pitch. That's inside for ball 3. Frankie Montas is being moved to the bullpen and is expected to be available starting on Thursday. 3 balls, no strikes, and the 3-0 pitch. And that is in there for a called strike. I just find it interesting because Montas has really been struggling with the Mets and just has not done well. 3-1. That's outside for a ball. And so a 5-pitch walk allowed by Ranger Suarez. There's a podcast out there that I was listening to today. And I've been listening to them for a while. Why am I a Mets fan? I was listening to their podcast. It was really, really interesting just to hear what was said about Montas and just about the Mets in general. Pitch to TJ Fradel, and that's going to hit him right on the kneecap, and he is now rewarded first base. But yeah, Ashley and Sam do a great job on that. I believe that they cover Syracuse football. But they started this podcast, and it's really good. I'm not even a Mets fan, but I enjoy it. Bottom of the 5th, 2 runners on, 1 out. Spencer Steer is up at the plate. He had a 2-run double in the first. And here's the pitch. It's way outside for a ball. Ranger looks wild in this 5th inning. Just is not a good stuff today. The 1-0. Line drive foul. Excuse me. The Reds are 33-27 at home this year. Here's the 1-1 on the way. There's a fly ball hit over towards left field. Kepler gets under it, makes the grab, 2 gone. And Espinal goes back over to second. Hit that thumbs up button. Hit that subscribe button as well. And turn on the notification bell icons too. And that way you will know when we do go live. Elly De La Cruz hitting .274. Slugging .461. He is up next. And the pitch to Elly, fouls off the cutter. Elly does have 19 home runs and 74 RBI. Last year he had 25 homers and 160 hits and 618 at-bats. This year, 127 hits and 462 at-bats with 19 homers. The pitch on the way, and it's a 1-ball, 1-strike count. He's a right-handed hitter. He rests the bat on his shoulder, and Ranger comes set and fires. Swing and a miss. Tested him with a cutter that was above the zone. And so it's a 1-2 count. The leg kick and the next pitch. Fly ball hit over towards the right field side. It's hooking foul, and it'll find the seats. Phillies looking to just try to get out of the inning. Keep it a 3-run deficit. One ball, 2 strikes, and here's the 1-2 on the way. It's low and outside for ball 2. Decided to go with a curveball. Didn't really have a lot of bite to it. Reds official scorer makes one of worst of many questionable calls this season, crediting Castellanos with a single. It was an obvious error by De La Cruz. Told you. 2-2 on the way. This one's fouled off over towards the first base side. Great American Ballpark has been around since 2003. Two-two pitch. Ground ball hit back up the middle. Turner with a diving stop. Gets up, throws it over to third base, and the throw is not in time. I don't know why he did that. Guess he thought that maybe McLean was going to go on home, or whoever was over at third. Espinal, that is. But even still, probably should have just eaten it up. Made a sidearm throw over to third as he got up. And took a bounce in front of Edmundo Sosa. It was just not a good throw at all. So 2 outs, bases loaded in the bottom of the 5th. And Ranger in a big pickle. And for the first time tonight, there's Caleb Cotham, the Phillies pitching coach. A 7-pitch infield single from Elly De La Cruz. And Andujar, who homered his last time up, is up at the plate with the bases loaded. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel. Ooh, excuse me. Come on, they got to get out of this. If you're a Ranger, you just got to still stay locked in. There's Miguel Andujar, and the first pitch is outside and wide for ball 1. Andujar hitting .222 with the bases loaded. Just has 36 career at-bats with the bases loaded. And the 1-0 is fouled away. Hard to believe that he's now 30 years old. I remember when I graduated from high school, he was with the New York Yankees. Him and Clint Frazier. I believe Todd Frazier was also on that team too. 1-1. Ground ball hit over to third base. Sosa has it. Fires across the diamond, and the Phillies get out of the inning without a scratch. And we are going to the 6th. 3-0 Cincinnati. Todd Frazier was on the Yankees, correct? Remember, he was on the Mets, and he also, of course, was on the Cincinnati Reds, too. But I think he played for the Yankees. Yeah. He was with the Yankees in 2017. Good memory by me. And then the White Sox. Todd Frazier. What a man. We should put Nola in the pen when he comes back, says Larry. I disagree. I disagree. Aaron Nola in the bullpen. How's he going to do from the stretch? Does Aaron Nola have bullpen stuff? Is my question to you. I think you're going to have to go to a 6-man rotation. Or you're going to have to bump Taijuan back into the pen. And I hate to be that guy. I think Taijuan Walker's bullpen stuff is better than Aaron Nola. I don't know. I could be coming out of left field, and you could say, JJ, you're stupid. But to me, maybe I do need to get my eyes checked. To me, it makes more sense. I think Walker has better bullpen stuff than Aaron Nola does. Do you want Aaron Nola to go out there with runners over at first and second in like the 6th inning or so and rely on him to get you out of an inning? I don't trust that. That's actually something I disagree with Larry on. Here comes Max Kepler, and Kepler pops up the first pitch over towards the third base side in foul territory, and the catch is made by Santiago Espinal. Only takes Brady Singer 1 pitch to get Max Kepler out. No, I did not see that. I did not see that, Larry. I did not see the Machado hidden ball trick. Personally, I'm a Dodgers fan, but I see the Brewers taking it all this year. What's up, Kay? I've seen that you've been on here throughout the night, but I just wanted to say hi to you. Here's the pitch to Bryson Stott. That's down for a ball. One-oh pitch. Ground ball hit over to first base, and the throw back over to Singer is in plenty of time. So 3 pitches and 2 outs already in the top of the 6th inning. Keep Nola on the IL. What about making Duran a starter and we have a pregame concert? Shibby. I love that. I love that. Shibby is so good at bringing light to the chat. He does a great job with that. Just wanted to give him a little shout out. Thank you so much, my friend. I just love being on here. I love being on here. I love giving people an extra way of tuning on into these games. And I see this as the future. And I want to get more and more casters on here. You know? Young casters. 2 outs, top of the 6th. Singer is still on the hill. There's some gray clouds in the sky. Not too many. The sun is still shining, but some clouds are peeking on it. Marchand comes up and he takes a ball. It's nice to see Stott coming back down to earth, says Paul. You crack me up with Bryson Stott. You just do. It's great to see you come back down to earth. 1-0 pitch. Line drive, base hit out to center field. And there is the Phillies' real first base hit of the ballgame. I'm going to call it like it is. The Castellanos hit was not a real one, even though it was technically scored as a hit. That was not a hit. This was indeed a hit by Rafael Marchand. All right.
You don't trust Aaron for 1 inning, but okay for 6.
All right. The pitch is fouled off. Okay. Jack, if I need Aaron Nola to come out of the bullpen, okay, if Aaron Nola's coming out of the bullpen, most likely Rob is going to put him on into a situation where there's runners at first and second. Okay. And I don't trust Rob. I don't trust him doing that. I don't trust him if the pressure is on. When Nola has pressure, he doesn't succeed. And so that's why I don't want him to come out of the bullpen, because I just don't trust him there. I would trust him more with bases empty and for him just coming on and starting the game. Here's the pitch to Turner. Fly ball hit out over towards right field, and that's going to hit off the top of the wall. Turner's going to go on over to second base. He dives in there head first. And so there's 2 runners in scoring position for the Philadelphia Phillies. It's a 2-out double. Sorry, I'm doing more than one thing. I'm multitasking. But yeah, to answer your question, yeah, I don't trust Aaron Nola in a big, high-leverage spot. There's a difference between pitching from the stretch and then pitching from the windup. And you want him pitching from the stretch more? That's insane. Here comes Kyle Schwarber to the plate, and the pitch is down for a ball. Frankly, I trust Walker out of the bullpen more. Yeah, exactly. 1 ball, no strikes to Kyle Schwarber, and here's the 1-0, swing and a miss. Let's go. Let's go. Charge! 1 ball, 1 strike to Kyle Schwarber, hitting .256 with runners in scoring position. 1-1. That's taken down and in for ball 2. Nola serves up too many meatballs. Let's go. Schwarber calls for time. Phillies have 2 runners in scoring position. Marchand at third, Turner at second. Phillies trying to attack. The 2-1 to Schwarber, and that's low for ball 3. Excuse me. He's only pitching from the stretch if he allows base runners. 3 balls, 1 strike. The 3-1 pitch to Schwarber. Ground ball hit over towards the right side, bobbled by McLean, but the throw over to first is still in plenty of time. And the inning is over. We're going to the bottom of the 6th. It's 3-0 Cincinnati. Your theory about Topper bringing them in with first and second is nonsensical. That's not Topper's style. I've seen him do it with Joe Ross. I've seen him do it with Taijuan Walker. So I don't think it's nonsensical. But agree to disagree. If his pitcher's starting to leak oil, I've seen them take out the pitchers and then put the guy from the bullpen or whoever comes on in from the bullpen come on in to clean up the mess that the starting pitcher made. Why do you think, like last year, I'm not going to get into it. Hit the thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button as well. Turn on the notification bell icons too, and that way you will know when we do go live. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play by Play with JJ. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel. And turn on the notification bell icons too. All right. 3-0 ball game out here in Cincinnati, Ohio. Hit the thumbs up button. If you guys love baseball as much as I do, this is the right channel for you. I'm telling you, you would absolutely love this channel for Sunday Night Baseball. We do a lot of MLB coverage, not just the Phillies games. We have another set of coverage tonight at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time. After the Phillies postgame show is done, we're going to be doing that. And we're going to be going out over to the West Coast and covering the games that are going on at night. And that'll be fun. We have how many people watching us? 411. And we still have not even gotten to the 200 like marker yet. Let's go. Chop, chop. Let's go. All right. Bottom of the sixth inning, the Reds lead it 3-0. In case you're wondering how we got here, well, really what has happened is Spencer Steer hit a 2-run double in the bottom of the third off of Ranger Suarez, and Miguel Andujar hit a line drive home run that just stayed fair to make it 3-0. That was in the bottom of the fourth. Bottom of the sixth inning, 3-0 Cincinnati. 69 pitches from Ranger Suarez. Here comes pitch number 70, and that's in there at the knees for strike one. It is 8:01 p.m. Eastern Time now. 0-1 pitch. That's inside for a ball. You know what I was just thinking of the other day? Just a random baseball name that came on into my head. Edwin Encarnacion. 1-1 pitch. Line drive, foul ball over towards the first base line. I was like, what's he up to nowadays? Obviously started off his career with the Reds. Got to play with Ken Griffey Jr. and Adam Dunn. Then he went to the Toronto Blue Jays. Had a lot of success with them. Was with Josh Donaldson and Jose Bautista. 1-2. That's inside for ball two. Then he played with the Cleveland Indians. Then got sent around to the Mariners, the Yankees, and then retired as a White Sox. 2-2 pitch. Outside for ball three. That's a guy who had a nice career. He's not a Hall of Famer, but he had some really good seasons. 3-2 pitch on the way, and that's outside for ball four. And so Ranger Suarez allows a leadoff walk here in the bottom of the sixth inning. That is the third walk allowed by Ranger. Austin Hayes will step on up to the plate. And Ranger fires. That's a foul ball. Your screen is always late. I can't help it, my friend. It's automated. But I appreciate you for letting me know. No balls, one strike in the 0-1, and that's grounded foul. It's better than being in front, because then it's a spoiler. I'm a one-man show. And it's all automated. You're always going to be behind when you're doing this. That's just the nature of it. I don't have any other employees except myself. There's people, though, that do volunteer and help out with the channel, and I do appreciate that. Here's the 0-2 on the way. Fly ball hit over towards left field in front of the warning track. Kepler gets under it, makes the grab, and he draws the throw over the second base, and the runner will stay put at first. Correct. One out, bottom of the sixth. McLean 0 for 2. One away in the bottom of the sixth. And the pitch is inside for a ball. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Line drive down the third base line. That's a fair ball. It's going all the way towards the corner as Kepler has to chase it down, and he'll make the throw over towards the shortstop, Trey Turner, and stopping at third base is Austin Hayes. So it is a one-out double allowed by Ranger. And McLean gets on with a double down the third base line. Thing almost hit the bag. Sosa was not playing towards the line. He had to try to dive for it. Wasn't able to get over to it. So a one-out double. Here's Jose Trevino. And Trevino takes high for a ball. If you guys are into basketball, and if you're into football, and if you've never heard my football calls or my basketball calls, I do encourage you guys to go check them out too. 1-0. That is in there for a called strike. I know that a lot of people that are on here are not fans of the Sixers, but it's just a good thing to go check out on your own time. 1-1. Line drive hit out to center field, and that's going to get down for a base hit. Hayes is going to score. McLean's rounding third. He'll easily score two, and it's now a 5-0 ball game out in Cincinnati with one out still in the bottom of the sixth. All right, Luxios. That's your first warning, my friend. No spoilers. If I see another spoiler, you're getting timed out. I do the NFL. What's your website? I don't have a website. This is my website. But you can go check out some of my football coverage links. I have some shorts on some NFL calls. And that's cool. The pitch. That's taken for a strike to Santiago Espinal. Joe Ross is getting warmed up in the Phillies bullpen. The count is 0-1. There's one away in the bottom of the sixth. Espinal up at the plate. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel too. There's the 0-1, and there's a ground ball base hit out to right field, and this is starting to get ugly for Ranger Suarez. Stopping over at second base will be the runner, and Trevino gets on with a single out to right field. Or Espinal, that is. Trevino stops at second, and Espinal singles. Still one out in the bottom of the sixth, and not one move made by Rob. Not even a timeout taken. The pitch to Friedel. It's off the plate for a ball. Adriana, thank you very, very much for the sub. I saw that you subbed 9 minutes ago. It was really nice. 1-0 is the count in the bottom of the sixth inning. One away. TJ Friedel in the batter's box. And the 1-0 pitch, it's grounded foul towards the first base side. And it almost hit the tarp. One ball, one strike. Ranger with the 1-1, and he gets the call there through a curveball on the inside corner for strike two. After the game is done, we'll play some voicemail messages and read some text messages as well. If you want to call in into the show, you can do that too. And we can talk about this game. 1-2 pitch, foul ball. Eight seconds left on the pitch clock. And the 1-2 delivery. This one is flied out towards right field. It's hooking foul. And it goes out of play. Hardcore, it's nappy time. Rob sleeps through road games. 1-2 pitch. And that is called a ball. He sleeps through road games. I mean, like, we just won 4 in a row. You're not going to win every single game. Still wish that they had a better, that they've had a better effort tonight. 2-2 on the way. Line drive, another base hit out over to center field. Trevino gets the stop signs over at third. And the bases are loaded in the bottom of the 6th with 1 out. And Ranger, his night is done. Here comes Rob Thompson. He'll make a move. And that is going to be it for Ranger Suarez. Not a good outing by him. 10 hits allowed, 5 earned runs in 5 1/3. And by the way, he's still responsible for all the runners at each base. So we'll see if Joe Ross can come on in and clean up the work. Right, Jack? I thought that Rob doesn't like to do that. He's doing it right now. Right? Hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell icons. Jordan Bird magic. Oh boy. 5-0 ball game out in Cincinnati, and Spencer Steer will be the next batter. Not Ross. Did Rob contribute to any of those wins or just wait for a late comeback? You're right. It's a fair point. Taking a look at the MLB standings, the Phillies are 6 games above the Mets in the NL East. Phillies are also, when we look at the overall standings in the National League, that is, they are 1.5 games above the Chicago Cubs and also the LA Dodgers, too. They're still 5 games behind Milwaukee. Milwaukee has 74 wins on the season. They've won their last 10 games in a row, and have just been the hottest team in all of Major League Baseball. How about those Blue Jays? They're a half game above the Detroit Tigers. Blue Jays are 69-50 in the American League. Tigers are 69-51. And right behind them are the Houston Astros and the Seattle Mariners. Astros 67-52. Mariners 66-53. Here comes Joe Ross with a 5.16 ERA. Thank you so much, James. 1 away in the bottom of the 6th. And the pitch is taken for ball 1. Phillies have got to get out of this inning in order to keep it a 5-run deficit. 1 ball, no strikes. Here's the 1-0. That's way off the plate. 2-0 is the count. Joe Ross has not pitched in 6 days. 6, John. 2-0 on the way. Fly ball hit out over towards deep center field. Marsh goes back towards the track. He'll make the catch, but a run will score on a sacrifice fly by Spencer Steer to make it 6-0 Cincinnati. The runner from second also tagged up and went on over to third base. Marsh made a nice play there. Just caught it over on the track as he was running and didn't slam into the wall, but almost did. Thanks, Jack.
He was forced to make this move. And note that this isn't one of his vested pitchers coming in a
Here comes Elly De La Cruz to the plate. And the first pitch to Elly is inside. He was forced to make this move. And note that this isn't one of his vested pitchers coming in a dirty inning. Time's yours. What do you mean time's yours? I don't know what that means. You want me to respond to that? 1-0 pitch. That's outside for ball 2. But you said before that he doesn't like to do that. And he just did it. 2 balls, no strikes to Elly De La Cruz batting on the left side. The 2-0 pitch. That's off the plate for ball 3. And Ross definitely not in control. Three balls, no strikes to Elly De La Cruz. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. The 3-0 pitch. There's a called strike. But thank you so much again for the $5 super chat. Ranger during the second half, 1-2. 3-1 pitch, and there's a high fly ball. This one's hit out over towards deep right center field. Marsh is there and makes the grab. Elly De La Cruz just missed a homer, and the inning is finally over. The Cincinnati Reds, though, they get 3 more runs, and we are going to the top of the 7th inning, a 6-0 deficit for Philadelphia. Harper will lead it off when they return, and we're going to be right back. Let's go say hi really quickly to Max Coverage TV, and we will go congratulate him. I think he's on right now, isn't he? Is he on? He is. All right, let's go say hi. He just got engaged, so let's go congratulate him on that because that is a huge, huge milestone. All right, be right back. Don't go anywhere. Well, the tarp is coming on the field, and we are about to go into a rain delay as we go to the top of the 7th inning. So we are going to have a break from baseball, and the grounds crew just put the tarp on, and we're going to wait and see if the rain is going to be passing or not. So the Phillies game will be in a rain delay as the tarp is out there. The grounds crew just put the tarp on. And so we're going to wait and see how this one ends in Cincinnati. But the Phillies are down 6-0 against the Cincinnati Reds. They're going to the top of the 7th. And with that, what we are going to do is we are going to watch the rest of the Braves-Mets game. So while we're in that little delay, we will put on the Braves-Mets game, and we will have that on the phone for you guys. So we will do that right now. Let's get everything all set up.
Get clean innings. Keep it coming. Like throwing spitballs at a battleship.
Thank you so much, Jack. Thanks again for the $5 super chat, my friend. All right, so we will be right back. Phillies are in a rain delay right now. We'll be back in about 2 minutes or so. All right? Don't go anywhere. Alrighty, so the Braves are up to bat. They're in the top of the fourth inning. Again, we are in a rain delay out in Philadelphia. So we'll get you updates and let you know as to when they are going to be back. But right now, we're going to go to the Braves-Mets game. Atlanta down by 2 runs. And here we go. They just got an RBI single. Now we're back in business. All right, 1-1 pitch to Olsen. Fly ball hit out over to left field. That's going to get down for a base hit. And so another run's going to score. The runner from second goes over to third. The Braves tie it up 5-5 against the Mets. Oh, boy. Wow, wow, wow. The Braves have come all the way back. And Matt Olson gets an RBI double. Mets are just sliding. Crazy. How about that? And that's going to be it for their starting pitcher. So his night is done. That's a 5-5 game. Only in the top of the 4th inning. We'll take that. It's very, very nice. Nice. All right, hit the thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button as well, and turn on the notification bell icons too, and that way you will know when we do go live. How do we get here? So Drake Baldwin hit a RBI ground out in the 1st inning, and then the Mets got all 5 of their runs in the bottom of the 2nd. Cedric Mullins had an RBI single, Francisco Alvarez and Pete Alonso both hit 2-run home runs. And then Nacho Alvarez Jr. in the 4th inning, well, he responded with a 2-run double. Jurickson Profar then grounded into an RBI fielder's choice. And Matt Olson tied it up on an RBI double. So a punch and a counterpunch for the Braves and the Mets. How do we only have 3 hits? I don't know. That's a good question. All right. So it's a 5-5 game in the top of the 4th inning. And I apologize again that the scoreboard is a little bit slow. There's nothing I can do about it. Drake Baldwin is coming back up. And he's facing, well, Clay Holmes was starting, but a new pitcher coming on in for the New York Mets. Quan, it's not the 7th inning yet. You're right. All right. So, in case you're just tuning on in, we have the Phillies taking on the Reds. They are currently in a rain delay, so we're just covering the Mets game instead, because why not? But yeah, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and make sure that you turn on the bell icons too. That means that we're not even going to do a post-game show tonight. We're just not going to do it. Because I don't know what time this game is going to end, and I'm just going to go on into Diamond Zone after the game is done. We're in the top of the 4th. Here's former Philly Gregory Soto going out there to pitch for the New York Mets. 41 2/3 of an inning for him this year. And he'll be facing Drake Baldwin with 2 runners in scoring position. And the pitch is outside for a ball. Soto in his last 7 days, 3 innings, 1 hit allowed, 1 walk, and he has struck out 2 batters. 1-0 pitch outside for ball 2. What's up, Eagles? We are in a rain delay. That's why we're not doing the Phillies game right now. So if chat can just remind everybody, I would appreciate that. 2 balls, no strikes to Drake Baldwin. The 2-0 pitch is in there for a strike. Hit that thumbs up button, people. We are at 211 likes. Trying to get to 300. 2-1 on the way. And that is taken outside for ball 3. And so the count is now 3-1. I feel a little bit dirty tonight, but we got to root for those Braves. 3 balls, 1 strike, and here's the 3-1, and that's in there for strike 2 at the knees. That's to Drake Baldwin. I almost got fooled and said Juan Soto was pitching. Huge pitch coming on up. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Drake Baldwin. The 3-2 on the way. Ground ball hit over to shortstop. Lindor has it, throws it over to first, and the inning is finally over. The Atlanta Braves, though, they were down 5-1, and they've come back to tie the knot as they go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Zamrito, how are you? Folks, in case you are wondering, the Phillies game is currently in a rain delay. So once they resume, they'll go to the top of the 7th inning. They trail 6-0 to the Cincinnati Reds, and that's exactly why we're covering the Mets-Braves ball game. They are tied 5-5. It was a 5-1 lead for New York, and the Braves scored 4 of their 5 runs in the top of the 4th inning. So, and again, apologies about the scoreboard. It's a little bit slow, but yeah. Not great to report about this awful game by the Phillies. They just stunk. It still isn't over, but they just have not looked good at all in the first 6 innings. You're right about that. But yeah, this one was just so far just a snooze fest. They're allowed to lose. Like, they are allowed to lose, but you still want them to go out there and win every single day, for sure. But yeah, Gregory Soto's sighting. Hit that thumbs up button for the extra baseball coverage that we do on this channel. Again, we are baseball freaks. I live and I breathe Major League Baseball. I love watching baseball so much. It's the best league. I love the NFL. I know that the NFL is technically the best. But at this time of year, baseball is just so much fun. It really is. All right, so we're going to the bottom of the 4th inning. The Mets are coming back up to the plate. And again, it's a tied game at 5-5. Be nice to at least be competitive. No, I agree. I do. I agree with that. Yankees are up 4-1, I see, against the Minnesota Twins. Francisco Alvarez will lead off the bottom of the 4th against Spencer Strider, who has just not looked good at all this year. And the pitch is taken for a ball. 3 innings tonight for Strider, 6 hits allowed, 5 earned runs, 1 strikeout, and 1 walk surrendered as well. Mets are at home at Citi Field. And it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Alvarez homered off a Strider in the bottom of the 3rd. 1-1 pitch. That ball was fouled. It was actually in the bottom of the 2nd that he hit the 2-run homer. Alonso hit the 2-run shot in the bottom of the 3rd. One-two pitch. Check swing. He went around, and Alvarez down on strikes. Spencer Strider with a K. There we go. Don't remember. He was on the Phillies last year, traded at the deadline, or the year before, I forget. He was traded last year. Wait, now you're confusing me. Was it last year or the year before that? Now you're confusing me. We got Austin Hayes last year. So it had to have been last year. Maybe not. No, Sir Anthony went last year. 1 ball, 1 strike. Jeez, now I have a bad memory. I'm usually really good at remembering these types of things. 1 ball, 1 strike to Brett Beatty. Strider with the pitch on the way. Ground ball hit over to Ozzie Albies at second base. And Beatty is out on the throw over to first. It had to have been last year. It had to have been last year. It was last year. Okay. 2 away, bottom of the fourth. We're tied up 5-5. Here's Francisco Lindor, and Lindor takes a called strike right down Broadway. Gregory Soto. 0-1. And this one's bunted over towards the third base side. The throw over to first, not in time. Francisco Lindor bunts himself a single over to third base, and he is aboard with 2 outs. Y'all talking football? No, it's not basketball. This is the Phillies. JJ, you're right. It was last year for Austin Hayes. Okay, good. I was getting a little bit mixed up, and I usually have a very good memory. So I was like, no, this can't be right. They both went to Baltimore in the same trade, no? Yeah, I believe that you're right. I'm just getting back into the game. Well, we aren't. The game's not back on yet. The pitch to Juan Soto. That's taken up high for ball 1. Juan Soto, everybody. One ball, no strikes. And the 1-0 pitch to Soto. It's a foul ball. Juan Gregory Han, confusing. All Sotos. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the 1-1 is down for ball 2. The Juan. Just kidding. Two balls, 1 strike. And no throw me back over to first. Back into baseball after a 20-year break. That makes sense. Phillies will be back at 8:40. Are they? Two balls, 1 strike to Juan Soto. Phillies bats tonight. Boo. Two balls, 1 strike. The windup and the pitch. It's outside for ball 3. So that'll make the count now 3-1. The next pitch, here it comes, and that's down for ball 4, and Soto gets on with a walk. 2 base runners on, 2 outs in the bottom of the 4th. JJ, why aren't we doing the Phillies game? Why are you clickbaiting us? I'm not clickbaiting you. The Phillies are just in a rain delay right now. That's why we're not back. What's up, Tiff and Jay? It's Tiff. I was going to flip a coin to see if it was Tiff or Jay, but I was my bet was Tiff. I know I didn't say it out loud, so it doesn't really count. Imani, thank you for the sub. Brandon Nimmo is up against Spencer Strider, and the pitch. That's taken for a called strike. Anybody know who Christian Slater is? He's in the crowd tonight at Mets at Citi Field. The ball is 1 strike. And that is taken low for a ball. Reds tweeted that it will resume in 2 minutes. Okay. Well, they're not back from they're not back yet. Once they come back on, we'll go back there. 1-1. And that is fouled off. Tiff, thank Jay for the play-by-play coverage of you on the treadmill. That story's hilarious. 1-2 pitch, and there's a fly ball. This one's hit out to deep right field. That's going back towards the track, and it is gone. Brandon Nimmo with a 3-run homer for the New York Mets, and they provide another counterpunch and go back up 8-5 at Citi Field. And with that, the Phillies game is coming back on right on cue. Great. All right. I believe the broadcast is back. They're not back in the field just yet, I don't think. I see Andujar, though. He's the DH. Okay. Well, that was fun while it lasted. Thanks, Spencer Strider. You did good there. All right. After it looks like Jack Nicholson was great in True Romance. Yep. Just curious. Nobody's out there on the field yet, so we're going to go back to the Mets game. Okay. Patrice Zamrito with the membership. Thank you so much. Zamrito, thanks so much for gifting that membership. Here's the 2-0 pitch to Pete Alonso, and that ball is flied out over towards right field. That's going to be caught, and the inning is over. But the Mets get a 3-run homer from Brandon Nimmo and make it now an 8-5 ball game in the bottom of the 4th inning. Great. Thank you very much, Zamrito. Hit that thumbs up button, folks. Subscribe to the channel as well. We're trying to get to 300 likes. After the game is done, we're just going to go on into doing Diamond Zone. That's what's going to happen, and I hope to see you all there. All right, so we can turn this off. And the Phillies are, I believe, going to resume baseball soon. Just have not seen anybody take the field. I haven't seen it. That doesn't mean that maybe that they have. The umpires are gathering together. As we mentioned before, that Brandon Nimmo hit a 3-run homer for the New York Mets. So it's an 8-5 ball game. New York has a 3-run lead. What is Diamond Zone? Great question. Diamond Zone is basically this. Okay, if you watch NFL Red Zone, it's baseball's version of Red Zone. Nobody else does it. And we do it on here. We can't show the games, but we do like live whip arounds. And if there's any big moments, it's really cool. So like the Nationals are taking on the Royals right now. It's a 4-0 game over there. That game's in the top of the 5th. Nathaniel Lowe is up. But meanwhile, let's go back to the Braves-Mets game. It's 8-5 New York. And then I do live play-by-play. And I have like 6 monitors up. I'm crazy. I'm really crazy about it. And that's what we do. So we're going to do another edition of that tonight. We got some really good matchups. If you love baseball, if you love fantasy baseball, it's the right thing for you. And we get to kick back, relax, enjoy, and watch some baseball. And you should definitely check it out, for sure. All right, so the Phillies game is back on. Instead of calling one game at once, we call 3 to 4 games at once. And it gets pretty insane. But time does fly by. Diamond Zone is really fun. I agree. The Reds aren't going to call it. We're back on now. Bryce Harper is coming on up to the plate. So Harper is 0 for 2. We are resuming baseball at a Great American Park. Here is the pitch. And that is way up high for a ball to Bryce Harper. 1 ball, no strikes to Bryce. Phillies are getting shut out 6-0. Graham Ashcraft is pitching. And the 1-0 is down for ball 2. Maybe the delay could have possibly helped the Phillies. Because out of the game is Brady Singer. 6 shutout innings for him. 2-0 is outside for ball 3. And so the count is now 3-0. The 3-0 from Ashcraft. This one is grounded sharply over to third base, but the throw over to first is in plenty of time, and there is out number 1. I just can't understand it. It's a 3-0 count, and sure, he gets a pitch right down the middle, but this guy is throwing junk. You're down by 6 runs. Don't you think that it would be a little bit more wise to just wait a couple more pitches? Here comes Nick Castellanos, and he takes a cutter at 98 miles per hour right down the middle for strike 1. The 0-1, and that is up high for a ball. Casty singled in the 5th. Is 1 for 2. 1-1 pitch. That's taken down the middle again for strike 2. One ball, 2 strikes. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. There's the 1-2 to Casty. It's up high and inside for ball 2. Max Lazar is getting warmed up in the Phillies bullpen. Two balls, 2 strikes. The 2-2 on the way to Casty, swing and a miss. And there is the second out of the inning in the top of the 7th. Here comes Brandon Marsh, and he takes down and in for a ball. One ball, no strikes. And the pitch on the way. And he swings and misses. It's 1 ball, 1 strike now. There's Brian. There's Brian. I was waiting for you. 1-1 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. That was a slider that was inside and low. Time for something big, Marshy. Let's go. Ashcraft on the mound. On in relief for Brady Singer, 27 years old, 4.09 ERA. 1-2 pitch on the way, check swing, he went around, and the inning is over. It's time to stretch out in Cincinnati, 6-0 Reds. Mr. Negadolfian in the building. Yes, sir. All right, I am going to ask you a Phillies trivia question, and if you get it right, you will hear this. If you get it wrong, however, you will hear this. Anybody know what year the vet opened? What year did the vet open? Anybody? Anybody want to guess? What year did the vet open? 76. That is incorrect. 1971 is when it opened. That's correct. And anybody know when the vet closed? 71 is correct. Good job. Good job. When did it close? What year did the vet open? And what year did the vet close? (1971). 03. Good job, guys. Simple. 03 is correct. Not 04. That's when the bank opened. But very close. 2002. Nope. 2003. Good job, though. Max Lazar is going to come on out there to pitch. 4.55 ERA. I knew that one for sure. Bottom of the 7th. Miguel Andujar will lead it off. And there's a cutter. It's taken for strike one. Hit that thumbs up button, folks. We're trying to get to 300 likes. Hit that subscribe button, too. No balls, one strike. And the pitch. It's outside and low for a ball. Should just served us a meatball like our starting pitcher today. Yep. 1-1. This one's grounded over towards the first base side. Diving stop by Harper. And he has to backhand throw it over to first. It's in time to get the first out. That's my era, 70s baseball. All right. So there is the first out of the inning. Hit that thumbs up button, folks. Subscribe to the channel as well. And turn on the notification bell icon, too. And that way you will know when we go live. Austin Hayes is up. And he takes a ball that's down. 1-0. 10 seconds left on the pitch clock. Lazar with the 1-0 pitch. This one is hopped over towards third base. Sosa has it and throws it over to first. That's in time for out number 2. Zamrito gifting another membership, and this time it goes out to Jan. Thank you so much. Thank you very, very much. 2 away, bottom of the 7th. It's $2.99 a month, folks. If you guys want to get all the special perks, the gifts, the emojis, that's what the memberships are for. Thank you very much, Zamrito. Brent Suter is warming up in the Reds bullpen. The 0-1 pitch. That's down and away for a ball. And so it is 1 ball, 1 strike. Noelvi Marte is in the box. The 1-1 pitch. There's a swing and a miss. And it's now a 1-2 count. Whoever just subbed, thank you so much. 10 seconds left on the pitch clock. The 9th pitch of the inning from Lazar is a knuckle curve that's low for ball 2. Two balls, 2 strikes. The 2-2 on the way, and this one's flat out over towards center field. Marsh is there, makes the grab, and the inning is over. And we're going to the top of the 8th inning. You know, I was thinking about this the other day. You know, one of my favorite games that I got to watch when I was really young was when the Phillies were playing against the Cincinnati Reds. And I believe it was Cody Ransom who had a 3-run home run against the Reds at the bank. And then the Phillies tied it up. And maybe it wasn't this game, but the Phillies were tied. They came back. They were down in the 9th inning. And then in the bottom of the 10th, against Arthur Rhodes, Ryan Howard hit a walk-off home run. And the Phillies came back to win. I believe that the score was 9-7. Arthur Rhodes. July 10th, 2010. It was the 5th walk-off home run of Howard's. Oh, wait, no, that was not correct. Phillies came back. Yes, okay, this is right. It was a 7-1 lead in the 9th. It all unraveled. Cody Ransom followed up with a game-tying. It was a 2-run homer. Greg Dobbs hit a 3-run shot. And then to tie it all was Raul Ibanez. And then Howard went the opposite way for his 17th homer of the season off of Arthur Rhodes in 2010. That was one of my favorite comebacks that the Phillies had. The pitch, and that's taken up high for a ball to Edmundo Sosa. Anybody remember Arthur Rhodes? 1-1 is the count. I believe that was also Chapman's rookie season. 1-1. This one's grounded over to third base. Brian Hayes has it, throws it over to first, and that is in time for out number 1. Arthur Rhodes now 55 years old. That was his all-star year, too. He was with the Phillies in 06. I didn't know that. Pitch to Kepler, and he lines this one out to center field for a base hit. And Max Kepler gets on with a 1-out single in the top of the 8th inning off of Brent Suter. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel. Sure, I do. He pitched for the O's. That is correct. Started off his career with the Orioles. He had a long career. So I got to see the very end of his career. That was the only year, though, he was an All-Star, was 2010. And he only played one more year after that. Then it's funny. He won the World Series with the St. Louis Cardinals. And the Cardinals played the Rangers. He went to the Rangers first, and then he went to the Cardinals. And then they played each other in the World Series. 1 ball, 1 strike to Bryson Stott in the pitch on the way. Line drive, foul ball towards the left field side. But yeah, Arthur Rhodes and that Phillies 6-run comeback in July of 2010. I remember one of my friends went to the game and got hit by a foul ball. Wasn't paying attention. That's what he said. Told me that the next day. And then they left early. And you know what happens when you leave early? Stuff happens. And you can't just do that. 1-2. That's outside for ball 2. Now, they didn't have... I don't think that they had any obligations. 2 balls, 2 strikes in the 2-2 pitch. There's a foul ball. Stott versus Suter. Brent Suter versus Bryson Stott. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Bryson. And Stott chops it foul. We have 241 people watching. Get those thumbs up buttons going. 69 more likes till we get to 300. 2-2 on the way to Stott. He flies this one out over towards right field. He got under it. Noelvi Marte says, I got it. Runs towards his right side. Makes the grab. And there is the second out of the inning in the top of the 8th. And Rafael Marchand is coming up now. Don't forget we got Diamond Zone after this. So we hope that you guys stay on for that. 2 away, top of the 8th, and the pitch to Marchand. Ground ball hit over to shortstop. The flip over to second base. That's in plenty of time. The inning is over. We're going to the bottom of the 8th inning. We'll see you all in just a few moments. Don't go anywhere. Here's a random question for you. Any of you ever been to the Walnut Street Theater in Philadelphia? Any of you seen shows at the Walnut Street Theater? I know that my parents go. I've seen some shows there. I've seen some great shows over there. But I just wanted to know if you guys have. Hit the thumbs up button. Hit the subscribe button as well. Turn on the notification bell icons too. And that way you will know when we do go live. So we're going to the bottom of the 8th inning. The Reds lead at 6-0 against the Philadelphia Phillies. Ranger Suarez did not have a good day today. And the Phillies are looking to try to just keep it a 6-run game before they go to the 9th inning. Anybody? Anybody have ever been to the Walnut Street Theater? The pitch. That's taken for a strike. Well, you can't win every game, buddy. Minnesota, maybe tomorrow the winning streak starts again. But you also can't lose every game, I guess. Right, Jason? Because the Yankees and the Mets, they seem to be losing a lot. But you can't lose them all either. 1 ball, 1 strike. Max Lazar is on the mound. And the 1-1, foul ball. Anybody ever see a Broadway musical? I saw jazz guitarist Pat, I hope I said this correctly, Pat Metheny at a theater in Philly years ago. Could have been that one, don't recall. 1-2 on the way. That's taken at the knees for a called 3rd strike to McLean. Lazar still pitching. That's cool. Yeah, it's like the oldest, the Walnut Street Theater, I believe, is the oldest theater in the United States, correct? Oldest theater It's the oldest one in Philly. And yes, it was the oldest in the United States. 1809. 1-0 pitch. And that is outside for ball 2. I've seen tons of Broadway shows. I've seen some. What was your favorite, Larry? Favorite Broadway show? 2-0. That's outside for ball 3. 3-0 pitch on the way. That's taken on the inside corner at the knees for a strike. The windup and the 3-1. That's at the knees again. It looked a little bit low, but it's taken for strike 2. What shows, Larry? 3-2 is the count to Jose Trevino. And the payoff pitch. This one's fouled back over towards the first base side, and out of play it goes. Larry, I like Wicked. Wicked on Broadway was great. 3-2 pitch. Ground ball hit over towards the hole. Turner has it, though. Backhands it. Throws it over to first. That's in time. And there's out number 2. I was going to ask if you saw Jesus Christ Superstar. The Who's Tommy. Dracula in the 70s with Frank Langella. Nice. Dr. MP, have you seen any Broadway shows? Tell you, Lion King on Broadway was incredible. The pitch. This one's grounded over to third base. Sosa has it. Throws it over to first. And the inning is over. We're going to the 9th inning. Phillies are down 6-0. Turner, Schwarber, and Harper will come on up for Philadelphia. Book of Mormon 2 is hilarious. Huh. Dr. MP says rugby. Rugby, the musical? Rugby, the musical. Oh, it's called Rugby League. Rugby League, the musical. Correct? Is that what you're talking about? Saw Cats. Oh, Cats I did not see. Phantom of the Opera in Philly. Yes. Phantom of the Opera was great. One of so at my high school, there was the person that played Christine was she went to my high school, and she was actually a year older than my sister, and she performed there. She also did Shrek as well. She played Fiona in that. She's fantastic. Her name is Julia Udine. Julia Udine. Yes. But I can't swear as a kid I remember going to see Oliver Twist there. Got you. Oliver Twist. I was in Oliver when I was in middle school. And our middle school put on that show. Mr. Brownlow was my role for that. That was a good musical to be in. That was a good one. I saw Aladdin, another show I was in. And Blue Man Group. Aladdin was cool. Aladdin was awesome. Worst Broadway show ever was Titanic. Truly putrid. That's interesting. Sam Moll's going to pitch. We're in the top of the 9th. And the first pitch is swung on and missed, and the rain is coming down. It is pouring out in Cincinnati. The 0-1 and the ball slips out of Moll's hands. That's way outside. Phantom and Les Mis are Jay's faves. I love Les Mis. Les Mis is great. One ball, one strike. Here's the 1-1. Trey Turner fouls it off over towards the first base side, and out of play it goes. I like Les Mis. Never saw Hamilton, but I've heard incredible things about it. Never saw it in person. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. Here's the 1-2 on the way, and that's low for ball 2. God wants this game over. What's up, James? 2 balls, 2 strikes to Trey Turner. And the 2-2 on the way. There's a swing on the ground ball, hit over to third base, played on the bounce, and the throw over to first. That's in time. There's 1 gone. Beatlemania in the 70s on Broadway. I'm jealous. I love the Beatles. Hit that thumbs up button. Let's try to get to 250 by the end of this stream. And then we'll be back on. We'll be back on at 9:30 for Diamond Zone. 9:30. Here's the pitch to Schwarber. Swing and a miss. And so the count is 0-1. I think a Deadpool Broadway show would be epic with Hugh Jackman. Hugh Jackman as Wolverine, or just Hugh Jackman starring as Deadpool? 0-1. There's a swing and a miss. I think that they should make a SpongeBob musical. I think that'd be kind of funny. 0-2 pitch. This one's flied out over towards the third base side in the foul ground, and it goes out of play. Mamma Mia, yeah. I wonder if you know they should make a musical with ABBA. Yeah, Hugh Jackman's great. I just think that the irony would be funny because Deadpool Wolverine. Ryan Reynolds would also be good on Broadway, too. 0-2. That's low for a ball. Dude is a legit actor. He is. The Greatest Showman was so good. Beauty and the Beast. 1-2 pitch. Outside for ball 2 to Kyle Schwarber. JJ, there's probably Beatlemania clips on YouTube. It's fantastic. JJ, there is a SpongeBob musical. That's the joke. It's good. There's an ABBA musical, too. I was just joking. The pitch on the way, and that's on the outside corner for a called strike 3. And the Phillies are down to their final out against the Cincinnati Reds. Schwarber has gone down looking a couple of times today. 2 outs, top of the 9th. It's all up to Bryce Harper. And here's the pitch. It's outside for ball 1. Make sure that you join us for MLB Diamond Zone next. We'll be on at 9:30, not 10:30. I'm going to change the time right now. 1-0 pitch. That's in there for a called strike. Head of the vent. And now we make it for 9:30. 1-1 pitch on the way, and that's low for ball 2. Okay. Good stuff. Two balls, 1 strike to Bryce Harper. The 2-1 to Bryce, and he flies this one out to deep right field, and that ball is gone. And Bryce Harper hits a home run with 2 outs in the 9th inning. And so there goes the shutout. That's the 18th homer of the season for Bryce. And it's a 6-1 game. Okay. No spoilers in the chat. If you see a play before I do, that's a spoiler. So if you spoil again, you will be timed out by the mods. Larry says, I'm not joking. Oh, I wasn't. Oh, I know that you weren't joking. I was the one that was being sarcastic, saying that I know that I was saying there should be a musical about SpongeBob. They should also do one about ABBA. I know, Mamma Mia and SpongeBob the musical. I haven't seen SpongeBob, but of course I know. Maybe they should do one about Spider-Man. That was the joke. The joke was that I was being sarcastic. 0-1 pitch, and that is down for a ball. I knew that you weren't joking. I was the one that was joking, Larry. You just didn't know I was joking. 1 ball, 1 strike to Nick Castellanos, and here's the 1-1 swing and a miss. And the count is 1-2. Mets are going to cut the lead to 5 games. It happens. It's baseball. It just happens. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away, top of the 9th. Mole gets set at the belt, and the 2-2 pitch, here it comes, swing and a miss, and the ball game is over. So the Reds absolutely outplay the Phillies today, and they win by a final score of 6-1. And, well, Brady Singer, 6 innings, no runs allowed, 71 pitches, 6 strikeouts, no walks allowed either, just 3 hits. And as the rain continues to come on down, well, that is going to end the game. But yeah. So, all right. That's just, look, okay. This is all I'm going to say. Okay. You can get mad. You can be upset. You can be annoyed. It's just one game. The Phillies overall have been playing really good baseball, and you're going to have a stinker. Okay? I'm not mad that they lost this. I wish that they would have played better. Absolutely, I do. But to say that now, like, now the Phillies aren't going to the playoffs. Now they're not going to the World Series. This is who they've always been. I mean, just, you know, like, relax. It's okay. They're allowed to lose. They're allowed to lose. It happens. But now the question becomes, how do you respond tomorrow? Do you take the series tomorrow? Because that is what ultimately matters at the end of the day. How do you go out there tomorrow and punch back? That's what I want to see. JT is going to be behind the plate. I don't know if Rafael Marchand and Ranger really got on the same page today. Not making excuses for Ranger Suarez because he absolutely has to be better. But it's just something to question. We won't know. But you got to get the win tomorrow. Tomorrow you have to get the win. All right. Who's pitching tomorrow for the Philadelphia Phillies? It's a great question. I'll let you know in just a little bit. I believe it's actually Jesus Luzardo. I don't have it in front of me, but I will look that up right now. Phillies starting pitcher. Phillies Reds on August 13th. I will look it up right now because I don't have it in front of me. August 13th, 2025. Where is it? All right, so it'll be Christopher Sanchez going up against Hunter Green tomorrow. All right. Losses happen. Got to go out there tomorrow and respond. do so against Hunter Green as he comes back from his injury. And yeah, we'll see you all then. We'll see you all there. I love you all so, so much. All right. And I will catch you all on the next one. We're going to be back in 10 minutes, and we'll do another edition of Diamond Zone. See you all there. All right. Be right back.